It's Monday, July 7th. You're here for the People's Patriot Project WeP3 Weekly Debrief. We are currently listening to WeP3 Radio, produced with the partnership of Reads Across America Radio, with the mission to remember the fallen, honor those who have served, and to teach the future generations the value of freedom created by the men and women who have served our country. Currently playing on WeP3 Radio. Matthew Jones, Running.
You just keep waiting on these bills to kick in. You cave to demons as you swallow your sin. You beg for mercy as you fall down to your knees. You speak in whispers while inside your heart he screams.
You were the one who we could run to, but you don't look like the men we want to. And we all ask when you'll be done. It won't change for you unless you want to.
You just keep saying that this is...
Left your left, hey! Left right, your left. You got it!
Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always clean. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Hello. Look at this. Hey, I gotta tell you, I'm coming to you live from the corner of Southwest 5th Avenue and Alder Street in Portland, Oregon. Here, just in
From
case.
the middle of the block. From the middle of the block.
It's pretty and it's beautiful out. I don't know who ordered up the weather this last week, but it is beautiful here.
Do any people live in that space? I mean,
I think
looks
more
like it's
than
abandoned.
No, I know right now, but there's just people coming and going the whole time. The whole time.
Are you just standing on the street?
This is a little cobblestone sidewalk. I actually I got a little nervous, but this guy came and asked if he could take my picture. I'm like, nah, I know I'm busy right now. Busy. We're just gonna be busy for a minute.
Can I take your picture? That is for what purpose?
I don't
Did
know.
you ask?
His camera looked familiar. No, we were about to go live, so I was like, no, I can't. I'm not talking right now. He had a professional looking camera. It was okay.
Oh, you said his camera looked familiar.
No, professional.
Oh, professional. Okay. All right. It's all good.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's all good, Eichmann. It's all good.
Yeah. So no, I like it. I like it. There's lots to see and do, but it's a whole different climate than anywhere I've been. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
Well,
It's
enjoy
cool.
your time. How much time do you have left in the
I
great
got like 10 hours.
10 hours? 10 hours left there.
Well, 8.5. 8.5 if we're gonna get that way. Hey, I am proud and happy to be here though with you because I hate missing things, and today is our debrief. We're always here on Mondays at 16:30 Central Time to let you know what we've been up to the past weeks, what we have coming up in the near future, and then share what others are doing to help the cause. You guys, last night, oh my gosh, the music was a different kind of music. It wasn't country. I just hold it. I have it in the notes actually. Self-defined Southern rock, Southern grunge, and then falls into the red dirt music style. How do you like that?
That's good. You're just jumping right into the music stuff right away.
No.
Huh?
I wanted to get that out there so I didn't forget. But our guests were very cool last night. We had some good questions, some new viewers. I saw a couple new viewers. I want to thank them for liking and following because that always helps. And yeah, so that's what we're doing today. We are, and Brian had to leave. Brian did not get to share. He does support us and sponsor us with his Smart Living, which is a way to get on the right side of your health, support American families, jobs, and the economy, and support the WeP3 mission. And I'm just going to stick a link in there. You can get a hold of Brian for any and all of that kind of help. So
and he did send me a graphic, so we're going to have to get through there. Are you going to go through our sponsors real quick?
Hang on, I'm just going to get this link. Let me put this link in here.
All right.
Pachinga. Okay. Yes, I wouldn't finish that because in addition to Brian Kenzer, also for our newsletter and for our shows, we need to thank Catch-22, the Boho Hobos Hideaway. That's a combination father-daughter IOZO group. We have the Contagion Effect out there. We haven't heard from them much lately, but we still love them. And the Operation Texas Strong crew, who thank you also, Kretzingers, for not only what you do, but for keeping everybody abreast on the situation. They're not far from the flooding that's going on down there. And they've been posting updates. And so thank you, Operation Texas Strong. If you have or know of someone who has an RV and they don't know what to do with it, get a hold of the Kretzingers at Operation Texas Strong, and you can donate that thing. You'll get a receipt and everything for the nonprofit part, and they will make good use of it. Sorry, that was a little noisy. Whew.
Why were you so noisy?
Over to you. Do you want to catch right there?
Well, we'll also talk about Green Hills Contracting Services and our good friend Tim Newton down in Missouri, who's giving support. And then we also got our Mr. Amazing, Mr. Meisch, who has Temple Massager. It is an amazing device. Again, I poo-pooed it right off the bat, but then spent a little time with it, and it's mesmerizing. He's doing an amazing thing for us. If you reach out and purchase a temple massager and put in the WeP3 code, you'll get a 20% discount on that device. I'm going to put this out there, and this isn't about us. This isn't about, but I have a philosophy. You scratch my back, which is kind of a gross thought, but I'll scratch your back. And I don't know if that's a good or pleasing thought or not, but it is what it is. And so shirt on, of course, back scratching, with a device, with your fingers, whatever. I can make this as weird as we can. It's all good. But some of these organizations say, hey, you know, what can we do to help the People's Patriot Project? And I'm like, you know, here's the deal. We'll make it. We're going to do it. We got an amazing team that works their tails off and gets stuff done. We're going to continue to do that. Pass on the benefit of what you think you should do to help support the People's Patriot Project. Pass that benefit on to the people that are supporting us by being here, watching the show, checking it out. And again, I gotta say, because we don't do a great job all the time, this goes a podcast. This one doesn't go to podcast, but make sure you go to www.thetemplemassager.com. We got to do better at that on our show, only because we got some people that listen. I don't know, but have you ever sat and listened to the radio and listened to them when they say the web addresses? I never have time. I need to have the DVR rewind for my radio station so that I can, and then cut little clips and save them. I don't know. Someday, somewhere, that technology will be available. Or, you know, there's going to be a way to download the data that they're giving on or during that showtime. I guarantee it's already out there. It's already out there someplace. So you just hit something and it uploads that information. You hear, I think that would benefit a lot because, you know what? I've never went and bought a box of Frosted Flakes because a Frosted Flakes commercial comes on. But wouldn't that be kind of cool that, push that button, I'd like to try that, and it goes to, or how many times you see these TikToks and you're like, you see a recipe that you're like, I really want to try that. You just push a button and it uploads all the the things you need for that recipe, and it sends out to the Grubhub Hood Dasher, bring your fooder app. Boom, boom, done, whatever. That's coming. I just made it just now. An AI is going to take care of all this, and it's all good. Our hearts and thoughts go out to the people of Texas. This has gotten a little bit nastier than what we originally thought. I mean, the numbers in the 90, almost 100 now of people that are not can't find, and a quarter of that is youth that were down at a camp, and it's a heartbreaking story. Don't like hearing about it. We do have some boots on the ground down there in that space. Mr. Stovall is down there with SARS. He's getting the stuff done. Heartbreaking message on his Facebook page. Of course, they're not spending a lot of time doing social media while they're doing this, but he had a little statement and phrase, and he wished that he could unsee the things that he's seen. And so Stovall, we're with you, brother. I don't like hearing that. I don't, again. Here's another example, and this will be when I get on my soapbox a little bit here. This is another example where men and women enter into a space that takes on a load of trauma, takes on a load of crisis, takes on extra stuff. They don't have to do this, folks. They don't have to put their life and their resources between you and your safety. They don't have to do that. But guess what? we got men and women that choose to do that. They choose
Can I
to.
do an addition to the shout out for Jake?
Yeah.
And Golf. It's Golf SAR, Golf Search and Rescue, right? Golf SAR. When they started this out, they got some donations and they worked on things like that, and collecting and taking what was given. But he and his crew, they all have jobs and work daytime. And so they bought their own boats starting out. They had to take time off work. I know they've been to Florida, a couple different, and they're coming out of Texas. And they're putting all of this out of their own pockets and a little bit of donations. And so, like the rest of us, do your research, see what everyone's doing with the money that's donated. But if you have the will, the capacity, the desire to donate, do so. Find one that you believe in and like what they're doing, and then donate, because that's really what we live on, and that's what we help others. We like helping take care of others with those donations. So much appreciated.
You seem very astute to your environment there, Miss Eichmann, doing your
I really like to know, what's happening behind. There's nothing happening, but trying to keep track of that.
Okay, fair enough. Just we want you to be okay. If the show is not worth you being in danger or any of that stuff, and
No, I don't think there's danger. Some people just walk closer than others, so it's okay. Maybe they don't want to be on, I didn't ask their consent to be on here, so make sure and be cognizant of that as well.
So last night we came here, we did our thing, we did our show, we did the People's Patriot Project. We got your 6 at 6, and we had the amazing Chris Salento of Ravenworks Studio. Combat News and Veterans Outreach Center is kind of where his focus is at. He's got a new project with the DAV in Rochester, New York. He wants more people to know about the healing power of art and nature. This isn't a clinical veteran space, but it is a place where therapeutic art, nature therapy, veteran access to VA facilities, and he, through his artistic practices, he's rediscovering the beauty of resilience and inherent in the world around us. Again, having Chris on was amazing. He passionate about art, and he was very intuitive about making sure that he even told me I could be artistic, which again, they were really, it was important for them to share with me that our show was an artistic expression. That came from both our guests last night, which is a great, I appreciated hearing that piece. Did I need to hear that piece? I didn't need to hear that piece, and he's right. They're right. I don't know how to share what our experience is with the People's Patriot Project, other than it's like our therapy. It's what I do for finding my space, helping take care of people. Chris's primary mode is photography, but he does the gamut. He does all kinds of stuff, and he's got a huge vision about what he wants to do, and the studio concept of what he wants to get done. And we're excited about the work he's doing out there in New York. If you get a chance, check him out. We'll put the links up here. Just an amazing conversation. And it's good to have these other niches Do you say niche or niche? If
I
you
think we
whisper it,
determined you can say it how you feel comfortable saying it.
it's a tomato kind of thing, isn't it?
Right? You can say niche, you can say niche, niche, whatever you want to say. I know
You
it's
say
kind of
whatever you want to say.
What's that?
You can just say whatever you want to say.
Yeah, no. I just wanted to thank you for sharing his website. You have to spend some time in there, you guys. Because I'm sorry, yeah, and when I posted it, you know how that thing where sometimes when you copy paste, for whatever reason, it put it in the middle of what I had typed. I don't know.
Good.
But it's there a couple of times. But his website it's full. It is full of good things, and he's got headings for things. But don't rule out any of the headings or titles because there is so much good stuff in there. You will be kind of amazed if you go take a look.
It's not for everyone. I'll be the first to say it's not for everyone, but at the same time, it's for somebody. And that's why we do what we do. Every week we bring on a new boots on the ground, an influencer, an artist, a poet. The things that I thought I would never do, I never thought I'd be interested in opera music until I heard Mr. Jesus Hernandez, Daniel Jesus, the walking tenor, who blows my mind every time I hear his music. Not something that ever would have been on my playlist until we met him and had him on the show. And again, it's what a blessing we've been to be blessed by the men and women who come on our show, share what we're doing, share what they're doing. And that's kind of the whole concept. Again, if you haven't heard our narrative, our Sunday night show is about some other organization other than the People's Patriot Project. As you can see, we have zero fears of throwing out names of every and all other organization if they're boots on the ground. Like, I have zero problems throwing out Jake Stovall and his organization with SARS, Search and Rescue Services. Does an amazing job. I know if you were to say, you know what, I can't find their stuff, we'll get it for you. At the same time, if you put in a note and a donation to us and say, make sure that Jake Stovall gets this to take care of people down in Texas, 100%, that's what we do. Yes. Do we have a financial need for our mission? Yes. We've taken care of not a huge number, but 4 veterans that have reached out in the last month with specific needs that they could not make at the moment. And again, we'd like to do more, but the resources we have are limited. And so we never complain about that. We just do what we can with what we got. And but then we got, the Krutzingers down in Texas, Operation Texas Strong. Bobby Withrow's down there doing amazing things. We've got, I want to say, Eric Olenschlager, who's down in Texas doing his mission with the Chattel Foundation. And so, I mean, each and every one of these organizations, I have zero problem promoting their mission, promoting what they're doing, supporting what they're doing. We go to their spaces and we help them do their cause. And then, we'll get what we need to do with what we're doing. I'm not worried about it. But, yeah, I mean, thank you for all you that want to continue the mission. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, for most of these, if we mention their name, we have somewhat vetted them. I'm never going to say we do an in-depth vet unless we have questions about their standing or anything, right? But what we do is we listen to them. We find out what they do, how they do it. Usually there's some, if we ask, they share their financial stuff, but it's usually on their website or they're on the Charity Navigator things. And so if you have questions about them, never be afraid to ask. I mean, I usually go to the source, but if you're kind of checking around and can't find anything, just kind of let us know. I did post a little contact info for Josh Moore and the August Lows guys. He did a great shout out to his band members last night, and that was amazing. His music is amazing. The whole southern rock / southern grunge and whatever it is it falls into. We find that what some people want to call it is not what really they mean it to be. So he started off last night with a song. I listened to the whole show again today. So the name, by the way, it pertains to the time of the year when the river in your ham is low. You have to pull your boat over the shoals. And it happens in August, and it really connected to how he was feeling in the moment. He's gone through some parts of his life that have kind of dragged him down. And so that's the name of the band, August Lows. The first song he shared is called Old Man, and listening to that again and listening to his intro to it, it's one of the songs that actually does talk about his service and parts that some people bring back with them from war or from deployments, and it relates to that 22 a day thing, as he referred to it. We all know that means the invisible and sometimes deadly enemy that pulls you in. It's not always so easy to deal with it. So that song was meant to be helpful, and it is kind of a quiet, very beautiful tribute. Then Wanted To was the second one, and that was inspired by, as he says, we know we are always not the best that we can be, but we want to be, we try to be. We pursue that track, and even though it doesn't look like we're there, we're not giving up. He was raised on grunge music. He also had we talked about, Peterson nailed him with What About Axl Rose? A lot of other influences that we talked about, but we can see all of that coming through his playing, all those music styles, types, sounds. And so Wanted To was inspired by all of that background in creating his own style. And then the last song that he shared was The Devil Wants Me. And that was one when I listened to it. It is come through a friend of his. I believe he said Jacob Melton. It was his song. And he talked about how kind of came at a hard time as Josh was getting through some things. Anyway, he wanted all the recognition to go to Jacob on that one, as it was his song. But the lesson and the phrase and the motto that we kept hearing over and over again is, I'm not going to be one of those cookie cutter types. I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to change my music style. My music is my music. And then kind of a nice little thought at the end that he shared, quote from his, some guys went through a lot of bad stuff, but some good has come out of those experiences. He loves what we are doing, the People's Patriot Project, and just with this part of it, this very visible, very audible part of sharing all this, in the hopes that we're taking some of that good and spreading around some positivity with what we find to be good parts and pieces. So yeah, that was Josh Moore. Thanks to Josh for being here.
What song do you want to end today, by the way?
I'm already torn. Either the first one or the last one.
The Old
How
Man.
about Old Man? Let's do Old Man.
Old Man.
Let's do Old Man. It's gonna get noisy a second. Sorry.
Do we have a board meeting tonight or next Monday? Next week?
Next week.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure. I was confident that's what it was, but some days the dates are so.
I know it's weird because the 7th was a Monday. I don't know, however it worked out.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah. So next week. So the exciting piece is we do this every Sunday night, the show. And we've got a show coming up next week on Sunday, the 13th. And we've got from Think Virtues, Miss Kathy Malaw, and then Jack Nelson, which throws us off a little bit because we do have a Jake Nelson in our network, and up here in Minnesota, who has been to a couple of our events actually. But you don't want to miss that show. Good information, good space, good thoughts. We've really not had a bummer show. The bummer shows are the ones that sadly and unfortunately life catches up with our guests and they can't make it at the last minute or something. Those are unfortunate. We don't have many of those, but it is kind of the bane of doing a live show. But I'm not planning on our guests missing this week, and so
no. And when you say there are bummer shows, it's a bummer because we don't get to meet them and hear about them live, right? But somehow it fills in and it turns out pretty darn good.
And they all want to reschedule, and the thing is, the reschedule is 3 months out because that's how far booked ahead we are. So we appreciate all of our amazing guests that come on and who are there. A ton of stuff. I'm looking at my list of operations list. Ton of stuff getting done. Ton of stuff worked on. But not anything that's like extremely newsworthy at this time. Andrew's going to come back from Portland. We got to have a couple meetings with some people and plan. We want to get back out there and see some of our people across the country. So we'll see how that works out this year. Gosh, exciting stuff. So, anything else in closing, Miss Eichmann?
No, you did a great job covering everything. I just want to throw another shout out to our guests from this weekend and our upcoming guests. Look into that operations. We got a couple table events coming up, a couple connections we're making, and hopefully more to share next Monday.
Well, come check us out on Mondays at 4:30 to hear what the People's Patriot Project is getting done, and then every Sunday at 1800 Central Standard Time we got your 6 at 6. Hey, if you miss us during the week, you can always go to WeP3 Radio, where you will hear only veteran and first responder musicians. That catalog is getting bigger and bigger and bigger by the day now. I have got a grasp on the radio station. It looks like we've got a meeting with Rees Across America Radio to do a little interview next week with them. Looking to grow those pieces. Hey, go to our YouTube channel and do a little subscribing. We got some people working on that channel here real quick. We got a website. New website getting ready to be launched. We're going to get that put out. We want to thank all the people that be put in place for that. And we just got a bunch of amazing things in the works in the background. Thank you to all the team that gets this done. Thank you for all that come and watch and listen and be part of what we're doing. We appreciate you. We've got the amazing Josh Moore with August Lowe's Old Man.
my girl's done gone away, so I came here just to see. And I'm alone, so damn lonely. Tell me, what can I do? Oh man, all I need is just a little bit of wisdom from you. Oh yeah. Saw the war back in 09 in them Afghan mountain lands. I sent men straight to hell, yeah, in my own hands. Now the demons try to get me several times a day. You can't expect a woman living with that to want to stay now. Oh man, tell me how to take his pain away. Tell me, why do I have to be so afraid now? Oh man, tell me that everything will be okay, yeah. 'Cause I don't wanna be just another grave now. It takes a long time before you can hear what the voices try to say. For a while, let use noise and indistinct muffled phrase. When you finally hear them clear, you wish you never had. 'Cause they can take a blue sky and a sunny day, yeah, and make everything bad. Oh man, tell me how to take his pain away. Tell me, why do I have to be so afraid now? Oh man, tell me that everything will be okay, yeah. 'Cause I don't wanna be just another grave now. Tell me how to take his pain away. Tell me, why do I have to be so afraid now? Oh man, tell me that everything will be okay, yeah. 'Cause I don't wanna be another goddamn grave. Not the grave, no. Another grave. Tell me, what can I do?